Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel and welcome to my first setup as far as automated fishing is concerned. Okay, so this revolves around the new update, the Void and Voltage update, which will officially release on the 25th. I don't know when this video is going live. Um, there was an accident with the release of the update, and certain PlayStation users got early access to it. I don't know if it's the complete update or if it still needs to go through a patch. As of right now, it is the 18th of February, so a few days early. And upon looking at some of the stuff that was available, I decided I wanted to make an automated farm because I got it in my head that I could, and it works. So, let's go over the basic components here. This requires one, two, three, four, five of the new features that are included. No, sorry, six. Six of the new features that are included with the Void and Voltage update. It requires the new arms that will plant and extract crops that grow. It requires the filtering system. There's actually one of the fish right there. It requires the filtering system for the arms, which you could see whenever you open up the arms now. You can differentiate between which ones filter and which ones don't by the little blue light that is on top of the arms. If you see a blue light, that means it is currently filtering a specific item. In addition to that, you also require the belt splitter for this, which you can see right here where I'm currently standing. So you can see it right here where my little crosshair is. This is splitting between left and right. Uh, and I'll explain all the pathing and stuff like that. This is a very messy way to do the conveyors. You could definitely make this a lot cleaner. But as far as the concept works, it works. So anyway, let's get into this. I set this up purely for this new item, which is your little fishing net that you can get from your bait workbench. I think they call it like a fishing workbench now. They changed the name of it, but that's something you can create. In addition to that, you can also make this, which is your little. It's oh man, what the heck is this thing called? It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's your critter capture net thing. You could find this in the cattle workbench, so that's a new item there. So this takes crops to turn into critters. In this case, it turns into worms, which then get fed into this net, which over time will use up the critters and then turn into the the fish, which then get thrown into this box here. So it is biome specific, where you've got the actual net in. So this is just regular water. So if I swapped out this net with a different type of water, I would then get those fish, which you can see that over here. I've got it set up over here. So I'm catching glimmer fish here, and I'm catching sea fish in this one. And then likewise, if I put another one in here, I would start collecting the the pus water. Gross. But I've got those set up near my wood farm because, well, you always have a lot of bugs near your wood farm, specifically the beetles. So, yeah, let's get into the actual belting and how it actually works over here. Okay. It takes a lot of scarlet to get this going. Each one of these auto farm arms takes 20 scarlet. So, pretty expensive. So, okay. These arms, what they do is when a crop is fully grown, it will pluck the actual food. It'll then put it on a conveyor belt, which you can see it start, you can see it going around. From there, it will go through this filter first, which is the first thing that it interacts with on the little path. We can actually grab all these off of here. I don't need these floating around here. But, okay, so it will first interact with this arm here, which this is set up for the heartberries, which that will then get put into the critter farm thing. From there, it has 4 slots. Once those fill up, it will then be picked up with this arm, which does not have a filter on it. So this arm right here, what it does is it takes the worms, and it also takes the overflow of heartberries. And then it puts it on this belt, which then goes back onto the main circuit. From here, it will then go over to this arm, which is your second arm in the sequence for the main path. This one is set up for the golden heartberries, which, yeah, those just get thrown in here. Because with this update, I don't know what they changed as far as the percentage, but now even if you don't invest in golden crops, like I'm only at 54, I'm not an expert gardener yet, so now there is a base chance, 5%, 10%, I don't know, it's probably like 5%, but now there is a base chance for crops to become golden by themselves. So this is just getting rid of those and filtering those out so they don't clog up the line. From there, this arm, the third arm in the sequence for the main belt, this one is set up for worms. So when a worm gets deposited via this arm, it will then go along the track, get picked up here, and then thrown onto this conveyor belt, which will then get, sent over here onto this belt. From there, this arm that it first interacts with on the belt will then take the worms and throw them into this net. Now, the way this is set up here, see I've got them on the corner like this, kind of like how you're setting up your Fury Forges. I've got them set up this way so that if a worm comes through here, if this net is full, it will then get thrown onto this belt, and then it'll just get constantly cycled through. We'll let the crab get deposited. You can see the fish are going to bypass that and then go into this chest here. Very good timing on that. So, bam, there you go. So, that is how that works for automated fishing. Not too crazy, but now, how do you actually get seeds back into your actual your cycle so that way it's not a closed loop? Well, one thing with these arms, these auto arms, is they will not actually extract seeds along with the crops. So you need to have a way to cultivate seeds from your actual crops. And I was kind of hoping that while I was explaining this, this would have cycled through, but it is what it is. I do actually have a heartberry here, so we can throw this on the line, and we'll see if it will actually do it. So it will interact with the splitter. If it goes on the right, it will then just go back onto the actual the belt, and then it'll interact with this arm right here. If it doesn't interact with the right-hand path, which it should now. Oop, never mind. Not that. There it is. Yeah. If it takes a left, which it should, I guess the thing I threw on there automatically interacted with it. Well, actually, technically, me going on it is also counted as interacting with the belt. So let me do this. Okay, there we go. So that should take a left. Bam! It will get grabbed, and it will get thrown into this, which is the seed extractor. The seed extractor takes one crop and produces 2 seeds after a certain amount of time. So this one, I think, is going to take, yeah, it's going to take a right, and it's going to go on the main belt. So we can watch this for a second. Eventually, this is going to get some seeds out of here. It takes a bit of time for the seeds to get through. It's not super quick. There it goes. So this one should get picked up and thrown in here. You can see we've got a worm that's going through, and that's going to get deposited. So this is now full. So once this next heartberry, or whenever this is full, whenever this heartberry gets dropped, it's just going to get thrown right back onto the line. Not too bad. So yeah, this you don't need this number of actual setups here. Just kind of depends on how you want to do your arms and stuff like that. I decided on 10 for some reason, and obviously I've got the sprinkler in the center, which that's old tech. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, you can see this gold one that got planted. That is going to that's going to get picked up by this second arm and taken out of the system, so we don't have to worry about it. So the way this is set up is this should most of the time always be full. and then it'll just start creating seeds. And that's why when we first got into this, it was there was a whole bunch of seeds on the line, because eventually it'll just fill up all the arms and everything. There, you can see it picking up the seeds one by one and planting them. One interesting thing is if you have a stack like this 25, it'll split it between the splitters, which, you know, obviously you think it would, but yeah, it doesn't just take a single stack. It'll split up somewhat evenly, which is very nice. But yeah, this is my automated farm build. You could downsize it, upsize it, however you want. Theoretically, you should be able to do multiple sources of water for fish and stuff like that. I haven't figured out exactly how to do that because I just wanted to get the proof of concept kind of situated and taken care of. But yeah, no, this is fully automated and self-sustaining. You just have to be within a certain proximity of it, I assume. I don't think they've changed anything as far as minimum proximity settings and stuff like that. You still probably have to be within that 200 or 300 tile range. But yeah, that's the automated fishing set up. Now, another thing to keep in mind: you're not gaining any experience from this. So if you aren't maxed out on your fishing and your farming, this might not be a good idea to do. I don't care, but you might care. So keep in mind, you don't want to rely on this, especially early game. You want to actually do the farming and stuff like that by yourself. So far I've had this running for, I don't know, at least an hour or so in terms of game time, and it's been doing just fine. You can see we've got a whole bunch of seeds just kind of floating around, and it's kind of taking care of itself. But anyway, I'll cut to some time-lapse footage so you guys can see it kind of running for a little while. But hey, until the next video, I hope you guys take care, and if this helped you guys out, or if you have any other tips on how I can improve this, feel free to leave them in the comments. But anyway, I will see you all then. Oh, look at that, we got 2 extra golden ones. They must be like 10% for the actual chances. I mean, technically, if you look at all of this that's planted, that's 20%. But I don't know, it's got to be like at least 10% chance. But anyway, I will see you all in the next video. You all take care. Bye-bye.